bombing Montreal. Philly beat St. Louis, so the Cubs gain on everybody in the East. Cincinnati wins the game, and L.A. and San Diego just started. American League, Oakland a big winner today. They're creeping up in the Western pennant race. Milwaukee trying to knock off Toronto, a hot team, Blue Jays. And the rest of the American League games, I'm sure we'll tell you about some other time. And there's the Red Man scoreboard.
0-1 is the count to Harper. That was most of the games. That's Cleveland at California are just getting underway.
And Detroit leads Boston 3-0 in the 8th. And Baltimore leads the Yanks 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th in New York. Kansas City leads Minnesota 1-0 top of the 7th.
What is it that everybody keeps hitting the ball to second base? 1 out. The last, here's a stat for you, the last 6 outs in this game have been ground balls to the respective second baseman. Dave Smith joins Calhoun now in the bullpen. Jeff Calhoun, the left-hander. Smith isn't. And here's Obergefell. And Jeff Dedman heats up for Atlanta.
And by the way, if Jeff comes in the game and we show his numbers, that would be then the dead man scoreboard. I think I'll leave now.
I think I'll just let you dangle there with that one. 2-0 the count. So Obergefell. We're tied 1-1. Reno. Mr. Scott has yet to walk the batter, but he's threatening to do so here. Not yet. It's 3-1. Glenn Hubbard waits on deck. John Sterling, Skip Caray with you from the Astrodome. There's his first walk. Maybe that'll be the start of something. Hubbard is lined to center and struck out. He bats with the go-ahead run at first and 1 away. And Bailey to the mound to talk it over with Scott. Larry Owen moves on deck. Hubbard just missed a home run earlier in the game, too. Scott has been very economical out there. He has thrown only 80 pitches in the game to this point, though it doesn't figure that he'd be getting tired. Strike over the outside corner. It's 0-1. A little in-betweener couldn't hurt. A ball and a strike. Bruce Sutter now heads to the Atlanta bullpen to join Dedman. But he's got some problems because he doesn't have a catcher. So he just stands there and says, will somebody come give me some help? The 1-1. That's playable. Bass misjudged it, in fact. Now comes on, and he's got it. 2 down. Here's Larry Owen, and Chris Chambliss has grabbed the bat and moved on deck. There's Chris. Owen is flied to right, flied to center. Sort of a Stan Musial-like stance for Owen, though he's not anywhere near as far back in the batter's box. Fastball missed high. It's even at 1-1. And also Larry's not from Donora, Pennsylvania, and Stan is. And Stan has roughly 3,500 more hits than Larry does. Reynolds. Force is in effect, and another inning slips away. No hits, no runs, no errors. We finally left the base runner. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Tied 1-1.
Uh-oh. The big guy's hungry. Lucky that Kentucky Fried Chicken's got their 9-piece special.
Jack, is that you?
Just $5.99 gets you 9 pieces of original recipe chicken and 4 fresh buttermilk biscuits. That's the 9-piece special.
Just $5.99. Oh, Jack, there's a piece missing.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
9-piece special, just $5.99.
We'll do chicken right.
The Sporting News can deliver it. Baseball comes to life as never before in the Sporting News. The close calls, the head-first slides, the blasts, and the smash-ups. The entire season is covered by some 40 baseball writers around the country reporting from the scene where the action is. You get 30 issues of the Sporting News for less than 50 cents an issue. That's half off the newsstand price, or like getting 2 for the price of 1. And listen to this. You pay the total of $14.88 in 3 easy monthly installments of just $4.96 each. It's never been easier. So call now to get your 30 issues for less than 50 cents each. Here's how.
To subscribe to the Sporting News, call toll-free 1-800-257-1234. You'll get 30 issues for 3 easy payments of only $4.96 each. Call now, 1-800-257-1234.
Astro manager Bob Lillis looks on as we go to the bottom of the 8th, and Jose Cruz will lead it up. Cruz 1 for 3, a first-inning single, an infield hit. Rick Camp has pitched well for 2. He's into his 3rd inning, and a good curveball is in there for the strike. Camp, after an awful start, has pitched much better baseball the last 3 weeks or so. But he didn't do so well there. Cruz can run, but Claudel can throw, and he stays at first. And that's the go-ahead run. And Jerry Mumphrey is the batter. He's 0 for 3. Now Matt Galante, the third base coach, calls time. He wants to make sure that he and Mumphrey are together on whether they're bunting, hitting, running, or slashing away here.
You know, the pitching by the Braves, Perez pitched a 1-2-3 inning in the 3rd, Shields in the 4th and 5th, Rick Camp in the 6th and 7th. That's the first hit since the base hit that tied the ball game back in the 2nd inning.
The only base runners they've had, a walk in the 6th, a couple of walks by Shields in the 4th. And this hit by Cruz. He's bunting, but not that pitch. It's outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Dave Smith goes back to work in the Houston bullpen. Runner going. Oh, he bluffed it. Now he hustles back. As Horner starts to charge, that gives Cruz a tremendous lead off the bag. There's Dave Smith, and he's a good one. throw to first because of that big lead, but Cruz scampers back easily. 1-6-0 for Houston, 1-3-0 for the Braves. Closer play, Cruz back sliding. He hasn't run that much this year, but as you see, he's run with great success. Double play ball. Hubbard, Ramirez, corner. So Bob Lillo's gambled, and it didn't pay off. A 4-6-3 double play.
Well, I hate to second guess, but they took the bunt off in the bottom of the 8th and allowed Mumphrey to swing away at it. Tailor-made double play.
Wouldn't you think they'd send, maybe somebody missed a sign. You think they would have hit and run or something.
That could be, too, that maybe someone did miss a sign.
So Bass bats with 2 out, nobody on. And looks at a strike over the outside edge. Phil Garner is on deck. Bass is struck out, popped to the catcher, and bounced to second. A ball and a strike. It's 1-2. John Sterling, Skip Caray with you from Houston. That's downstairs, and it evens it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Hit it a mile high into short right field. Washington coming over. So's Hubbard. Claudel, good play in the bullpen, and the inning is over. Nothing doing in the 8th for the Astros. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, nobody left. We go to the 9th inning, still tied, 1-1.
Here comes the one. Here comes the one. Heinz is the thick, rich one. There's only one ketchup with this flavor pouring on. So thick, so rich, so second to none.
Only one ketchup stands for this kind of thickness with this kind of taste. Heinz.
No contest.
Heinz is the one, the delicious one. Heinz is the thick, rich one. Who said you can't have it all? Who says you can't love your work and leave it too? Who says you can't taste it all without it telling on you? Michelob Light. Oh, yes, you can. Michelob Light. Oh, yes, you can.
Michelob Light. Super premium taste in a less filling beer.
Michelob Light. Oh, yes, you can. Have it all.
Great day, huh?
Some airlines seem to see how far they can push you.
Coffee?
Not Delta. We'd rather see how well we can fly you.
How about that movie, huh? Just give it a good chance.
And now with movies on selected Delta flights.
Hello?
So why be pushed from here to there
Coffee?
when you can relax and fly Delta? Delta gets you there in style.
America's team, the Atlanta Braves, take on the Houston Astros. Live at 8:35 p.m. Eastern on Super Station WTBS tomorrow.
Chris Chambliss pinch hits for Rick Camp as we go to the 9th. So either Bruce Sutter or Jeff Dedman will be the 4th Atlanta pitcher of the night. The Astros have used just 1. And it's Mike Scott, and Chambliss fouls the first pitch back. It's 0-1. Chris hitting .202, no homers, 9 RBI. There's the Atlanta bullpen. It will be first to pitch to Chris. An easy play for Doran. Oh, he's had a busy night. 1 out. Washington and Ramirez will hit here for the Braves. Claudel is 0 for 3. Braves have managed just 3 hits tonight. Ramirez singled in the first, was erased in a Murphy double play. Horner homered in the second. Oberkfell singled in the fifth, was thrown out stealing. The only other base runner. Oberkfell walked in the eighth. You can see Claudel asking Nick Stello to check out the baseball. We mentioned earlier on radio, I'm sure Ernie and Pete did over here, that Scott was involved a couple weeks ago in a sandpaper incident where opponents claimed they found some out by the mound. Right back where it came from, an easy second out. Boy, he has pitched some ball game. And it's all up to Rafael Ramirez here in the ninth. Scott has pitched a three-hitter. He's stolen a base. He has done all right. That's low. 1 ball, no strikes. Ramirez singled to right, bounced to short, popped to second. Two balls, no strikes. Taking all the way at the knees, outside edge, 2-1. There are 2 out in the inning. If Ramirez can get on, Dale Murphy will get a chance to swing the bat. But I don't think he's going to get on. Braves go quietly again. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Still tied, 1-1.
The irresistible Canon AE1 program.
John, I'm working. Can I have my camera back?
Just one more. It's hard to put down because it's so simple to use.
This Canon AE1 program's super. Just one more.
The program mode makes it easy to shoot like a pro.
Here, get to work.
Canon's AE1 program.
Keep drawing the ball.
So advanced, it's simple. Canon, the official camera of the Atlanta Braves.
You stepped up to a 35mm camera because you wanted to get serious about your photography. There, the image is on the film, but will it be on the print? It will if it's Eckerd's UltraLab 35 processing. UltraLab 35 examines each negative for color and contrast. Prints on high-gloss Kodak paper for incredible reproduction, and UltraLab prints are 30% larger. Be sure that the image you shoot is the image you get. UltraLab 35 from Eckerd, when you're serious about 35mm.
Get a different chipmunk glass each week at Hardee's for 69 cents extra when you buy any beverage. Collect all 4 at Hardee's.
Well, we go to the bottom of the ninth. Jeff Dedman on to pitch for Atlanta. You see his statistics on the year. And Phil Garner will lead it off against him. No activity now in the Houston bullpen, which means they're going to go. I would guess that they would go into extra innings with Mike Scott. Phil Garner leads it off. He doubled and scored the run back in the second. Dedman, the 4th pitcher of the night for the Braves. The Dodgers lead the Padres 2-0. Bottom of the second. That's headed for left field. Ramirez has no play. A hit for Garner. And the winning run is at first with nobody out. They chopped that thing down on that AstroTurf and legged it up.
And that's what it is. Just a simple AstroTurf hit. It bounced way over Oberkfell's head. He had no chance to get it. And the winning run's at first base.
Let's see how they play it with Bailey. Now, they've got Scott coming out on deck. There's no activity in the bullpen. They chase Garner back. Bailey is 1 for 2 with a walk. He legged out an infield hit way back in the second inning. He was going to bunt. He took it low. 1 ball, no strike.
You know, what you say is really kind of interesting, Skip, because Bailey doesn't figure to be much of a bunter. Garner does not have great speed. It is tough to bunt on the AstroTurf, and they have no one warming up.
Well, they showed bunt on the first pitch. Let's see if they switch off it as they did with Mumphrey an inning ago. Nope. He bunts a pop fly, and Buck Owen has it, and there's the first out. And now they do call Scott back, despite the fact that there's no bullpen activity, so I guess Dave Smith is ready. And Harry Spillman, out of Dawsonville, Georgia, is the batter. Harry hitting 163 on the year. That's the toughest job in baseball, or one of them is that never play and just pinch hit. He has a homer which won him a game. He's driven in 4 runs. He doubled as a pinch hitter here last night. They chase Garner back. 13,149 the attendance here tonight. Closer play, but Phil got back all right. That throw almost wound up down the right field line. That would not have been too pleasant. That should be a double play and end the inning. 1-6-3. Third double play of the night for Atlanta. And so the leadoff single by Garner does no harm. Spillman hit it sharply, but right back to the mound. We go to extra innings in Houston. All even.
Will Fred Milstein please report to my office immediately? It seems he sent a large package to Cleveland, and it didn't get there. This is not the attitude upon which I founded this company 25 years ago. It exemplifies a lackadaisical attitude that I will not tolerate in this firm. Fred Milstein, where are you? Come to my office immediately.
Next time, send it Federal Express. Why fool around with anyone else?
Shell SU-2000 is a patented high-octane performance gasoline. It's designed for smooth, quiet power, and it fights critical engine deposits that can cause knock. Turn your car into an SU-2000 performer. Get Shell SU-2000 Super Unleaded Gasoline.
This weekend, free Coke 6-pack with fill-up of Shell SU-2000, 8-gallon minimum.
Well, Mike Scott can get nothing out of this game except a great pitching performance. 9 innings, 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 run, a homer by Horner. And now Dave Smith checks into the game. Scott, by the way, threw 94 pitches during his 9-inning stint. Smith having a fine year, and he will face the heart of the Atlanta order, Murphy, Horner, and Harper, the first 3. And to bring you the play-by-play story, here once again, John Sterling.
All right, thank you, Skip. Mike Scott will not pitch much better than that. Only 1 walk in 9 innings, only 3 hits, one of them a home run by Horner for the run. And now Dave Smith, who has become the #1 bullpen artist for the Astros. Smith has the normal pitches, but he's also come up with a very good forkball. That's been his #1 pitch. Very much like the palm ball, the split finger fastball, ball that dives down. Hi, Grandma and Grandpa. Well, we go to the 10th inning. It'll be Dale Murphy, Bob Horner, and Terry Harper to face Smith. In extra inning play, the Braves are 5-3, but they've lost their last 3, and Houston is 2-2 when they go beyond 9. That is as high a pop-up as you can hit, but it's out of play. No play for Mark Bailey. Murph is really slumping. He's into a double play and struck out and grounded to second. He's not had the ball out of the infield. He's 0 for his last 14. But as you Braves watchers know, he's hit many a home run in this ballpark, which is the toughest in the majors to hit him in. There's the breaking ball outside, and the count 1-1. Bob Horner, who has the Braves run tonight with his 10th home run, and has hit the ball hard every time. Another breaking ball is outside, 2-1. Smith way behind, 3-1 with Horner on deck. Here's kind of an interesting pitch to Murph. You got to be in there. And Murph took the cut and came up empty, 3-2. We're in the top of the 10th. Here's the leadoff batter, Dale Murphy. A payoff pitch coming from reliever Dave Smith. And Murph walks. That's the second walk given up by Astros pitcher. Give you an idea how good Scott was tonight.
Now an interesting decision for Eddie House to make. He's got his cleanup hitter up there. Bob Horner, though he almost never does it, is an excellent bunter. He could bunt for a base hit. Garner is playing very deep at third base. Let's see what happens here.
Horner homered, and then he drove Kevin Bass back to the 400-foot sign to get his drive, and then was robbed of a hit by a sprawling dive of Bill Doran. Now, Horner, as you know, is swinging the bat extremely well. The Astros are not playing bunt. Garner is playing behind third. You see Denny Walling over there having to hold Murph on. Murph with his good speed, of course. And there's the bunt, and Skip, you had it right on the button. He was bunting for a base hit, too. But plainly foul. Dale has not been running a lot this year. Curveball's outside, 1-1. Braves have 3 hits. The Astros have 7. We're tied at 1 at the top of the 10th. Terry Harper on deck, then Ken Oberkfell. That's hit to deep left center field, but it'll stay in the park.
Watch Murphy.
Bass on the track. There goes Murph trying for second, and he will make it. Dale Murphy tagged up on the long fly ball to deep left center field. Beat the throw from Bass. Heads up play by Murph, and the Braves have the go-ahead run at second base with 1 out.
That's a good piece of base running. Bad break for Horner. Smith got the pitch up. If he pulls it, he's got it out of here. But Murph went back, tagged up, and now is in scoring position. Bass knew he was coming and made a strong throw, but a little bit off line.
That's really such a good play. So often a base runner will go halfway down and be really hung up. Bruce Sutter now goes down to the Braves bullpen. A lot of offers as the Braves come up. They have only 3 hits. Dave Smith falling behind the hitters, 1-0. And Mr. Sutter in the bullpen.
Dave looks like he doesn't have his good stuff. He's getting his pitches up in the strike zone a little bit. which gives you hope.
Braves a base hit away from taking the lead here in the 10th. Another breaking ball misses, and the count 2-0. The Braves have one left-hand hitter on the bench. That's Albert Hall, switch hitter, of course. Chambliss and Caray have been used. And the count 3-0. Harper takes a look at Bobby Wine. Hitter take. The Astros do not have any bullpen work going on with Bobby Wine. Now the Braves have a left-hand hitter on deck, Ken Oberkfell. Murph at second base, carrying me. Potential winning run. And there are first and second for the Braves and one out for Obi. The baseball is maybe the nuttiest game to figure out. You look at Bob Willis and Jerry Walker, his pitching coach in the Astro dugout. Mike Scott pitches 9 innings and gives up 1 walk. Scott's been in and out as the starter this year. Their top bullpenner, Dave Smith, comes in. He's been brilliant all year, and he walks 2 of the first 3 men he faces. Obi been a consistent hitter all year, 1 for 2 in the night. And that's down low, ball 1. Smith may not have minded walking Harper to set up a double play, but he'll certainly mind getting behind Oberkfell. And he's way behind 2-0. And Skip, as you say, he's getting his pitches up, and they're way out of the strike zone. But Jerry Walker is coming out. There is no one warming up.
So that's about to change. They're going to. Yes. Jeff Calhoun is going to start throwing, but it's now they're getting the left-hander up, and the left-hand hitter's already at the plate. So Walker just, I think, more than anything else, wants to find out what's with Smith because he doesn't look like himself. There's Calhoun, so both bullpens are busy. Suter is in the Atlanta pen.
Now that left-hand pitcher won't bother the Braves because their bench is entirely right-handed. Albert Hall, a switch hitter, of course, and they have Brad Comins, the rest of their bench. Hubbard, a right-hand hitter on deck. Buck Owen behind him. Merce at second, Terry Harper at first. 1 man out, top of the 10th, tied at 1. Obi had the pitch. He just pulled it foul. Hit it hard, deep down the right field line, but way foul, so the count 2-1. That's a good pitch by Smith. In on the hands, and fouled off 2-2. Lays off the high pitch, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes on Oberkfell. 1 man out. Let's see if Eddie Haas starts his runners to stay out of the double play. Obi usually makes contact. There they go. Pitch is grounded foul. Oberkfell has been up 162 times this year, has struck out only 12. You look at Glenn Hubbard, the on-deck hitter. The Braves send him again. And that's line to left center field. Cruz makes a running catch. It'll be a double play. It'll be an easy double play. Ken Oberkfell hit it on the nose. Cruz made the catch in left center field. The runners were going. It was an easy double play. 7-4-6. And for the Braves in the 10th, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. End of 9½. We're tied at 1.
Guys, how's some takeout from Long John sound? Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Long John Silver sounds good to me.
all the good eating you love at Long John's you can take out, from shrimp to chicken to our famous fish.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Long John Silver.
Take our taste to your place.
Sounds good to me.
Focus your eyes on Rich's Vision Care Center for comfortable, soft contact lenses tinted in natural colors to enhance your eyes. From Zebra and Bausch & Lomb, now only $79. Or discover the convenience of Durasoft and Bausch & Lomb extended wear spherical contact lenses, now only $89. Set your sights on these fashionable savings before June 29th. Call the Rich's Vision Care Center nearest you today.
I don't know if you noticed, but on the way out going into that commercial break, Director Tom Smith froze a shot, and you saw Bobby Wine and Murphy saying, hey, go that way, the other way. He must have lost the ball, huh?
Well, you could see in the replay that after the ball was hit, he took one look, and he thought the ball was in the alley. He simply made a mistake, that's all. There's the little late then, but that's baseball.
How true, how true. We go to the bottom of the 10th. And Jeff Dedman will face the top of the Astro order. Billy Doran, Craig Reynolds, and Denny Walling. The Braves are run on 3 hits. And the Astros are run on 7 hits. Both runs came in the second inning. Mike Scott pitched just about as good as a guy can pitch for the 9 innings he worked. The Braves pitches Perez in his first 3 innings in a month. 2-0 now on Doran. And Shields for 2 innings. Camp for 3. Now Dedman in his second inning. There's a strike, 2-1. Doran is a very good leadoff man. He's got a little bit of power, good line drive hitter. Can steal bases, and he's always on base. Tonight he singled, walked, and grounded out second to first. He missed the fastball, 2-2. We're at the bottom of the 10th in a terrific pitchers duel. Did he offer at it? Yes, sirree, Bob. And he did, too. We'll probably see a replay. That's John Kibler. The pitch was way outside, but on the replay, you're going to see Doran swing at this pitch.
I don't know.
I thought his bat crossed the plate, and I thought it before the replay. Anyway, he strikes out. And there's one away.
Tim Flannery has hit a 3-run homer. Pedro Guerrero has hit his 18th. They're now in the 4th, and the Padres lead the Dodgers 5-3.
Thank you, Skip. And for Guerrero, he takes over the league lead now. Murph has 17. Craig Reynolds. There's the knuckle curve for a strike. Better knuckle curve, 0-2. You saw the bottom just dropped out of that. Dedman, since his recall in early May when Perez went on the DL for the first time, has pitched extremely well. He, Suter, and Terry Forster are all good finishers for the Braves. Braves have a very deep bullpen, good bullpen. And they've shown it tonight. Reynolds lays off, 1-2.
This is a game in which almost nothing has happened, isn't it?
If you like pitching duels, it's your cup of tea. I like 10-8 games myself. 2-2.
Richard says he likes 9-inning games.
Well, he's been my hero for years, so. He pulled that breaking ball foul, so the count remains 2-2. Denny Walling on deck, and then Jose Cruz. Tough part of the Astro order. Reynolds filling in for Dickie Thon for the second year, hitting at .290. He's hit very well against the Braves, but more so in Atlanta, where he has his home runs. Lays off the fastball, 3-2. Dedman was way ahead, 0-2, and now 3-2. Sometimes you get 0-2 and you start getting fined trying to get the hitter to chase a bad pitch, and all of a sudden you wind up 3-2. And the last thing Dedman wants to do is walk the winning run to first base with Walling and Cruz coming up. He fouled off the pitch on the outside, 3-2. Dedman taking his time. Here is a big pitch. 3-2, 1 out, no one on base to Reynolds. He lays off, and it was outside. Ball 4. And there's the winning run at first base. That's the 5th walk given up by Braves pitching, the first by Dedman. Gene Garber begins to warm. Here is Denny Walling. Walling hitting .267 against the league, but he has worn out the Braves. There goes the runner, and corner will have to feed Dedman in time. But the winning run at second base, and now the Braves will walk Jose Cruz. They started the runner and advanced him to second.
For a minute here, I thought that Dedman might have gotten spiked on this play. Let's look again. Inadvertently, but he's right in the base path. No, he just pulled up and stumbled there. That's really a dangerous play because your Achilles tendon is exposed. And I'm sure they're talking about who they're more comfortable pitching to, Cruz or Mumphrey.
Well, Eddie Haas goes back. I would think the Braves would walk Cruz. Not a knock against Mumphrey, but Cruz has a couple of hits tonight. They are going to walk him. And at the worst, you set up a force, which can help you on a high bouncer or a ball hit in the hole. So they'll go ahead and give Cruz 4 wide ones, and it'll be up to Dedman and Jerry Mumphrey. Cruz gets one more, and then he'll be at first base. As a base runner, Cruz means nothing at all except that he could be forced at second base. Reynolds at second base carries the game. He's the winning run. He scores, it's all over. He doesn't score, we go to the 11th. Jerry Mumphrey tonight is 0 for 4. And the Braves shorten up a bit to cut off the line drive base hit. even though there are 2 outs. Braves playing very shallow in the outfield. Devin falls behind 1-0. Now Buck Owen will go out and talk with Jeff. Claudell Washington in right. Dale Murphy a couple of steps over toward left center field. And Terry Harper in straightaway left, and they're playing a couple of steps in. Gene Garber continues to work in the Braves bullpen. Astro bullpen's quiet. That streak was interrupted. Mumphrey's been out for quite a while with a leg problem. And the count 2-0. On deck, another switch hitter, Kevin Bass. Now there's the winning run, Mr. Reynolds at second base. And the 2-0. That just about got the outside corner and just about at the knees. All 3 Braves outfielders throw very well. Harper has a strong arm in left. Murph, as you know, in center field has a great arm. Claudell has a very good arm in right.
They may be changing signs now on every pitch. That might be what all these conferences
could be
are about. Reynolds has been around this game for a while, and they may think that he's relaying their signs to his hitter.
Two balls and 1 strike on Mumphrey. The knuckle curve. Boy, the bottom really dropped out of that. 2-2. Reynolds at second has pretty good speed. Cruz at first base runs well.
This is as good a pitch as he's made, and when he's got that thing going like that, he is tough.
When the hitter sees the ball near the plate, you know, a few feet in front of the plate, it's in the strike zone, he's got to cut at it. And that ball dives straight down. The 2-2. Same pitch. Bounce to Hubbard. Hubby quickly makes the play, and Braves get out of the 10th. No runs, no hits, no errors, 2 left. At the end of 10 innings of play, the Braves won, the Astros won.